Hi, my cozy friends! Before we get to my favorite part of the store, the home decor section, let's see what catches our eye along the way. And the first thing I noticed was this pair of Karl Lagerfeld shoes. Ross always seems to have something from this brand, and I have to admit I usually like their designs. In the handbag section, I ran into a few Karl Lagerfeld pieces too. Their designs always seems to stand out. They feel a little more playful than most of the bags around them. Then I come across this little Betsy Johnson bag. The daisy details are so fun, and at $21 that's a great find. This Anne Klein bag feels very country club to me. The canvas fabric and navy details make it look timeless. The embroidered logo is a nice detail. This collection also comes in a larger tote, and for just $2 more, that seems like a pretty good deal. The material on this gas bag is really interesting. Too bad there is no price tag. Zebra print is one of those patterns that keeps coming back. Just when you think it's gone, it shows up again. This feels very Tommy Hilfiger to me. Simple, practical, and easy to wear with just about anything. This bag looks pretty minimal at first, but the shape and scarf give it a lot more character. Moving into another section, I came across this rug. I really like the colors and pattern here. Surprisingly, it's just $20. This one is a little smaller, but it's only $13. I love the textured details around the edges, and the colors are right up my alley. I could easily see this in a hallway or entryway. There is something so warm and homey about it. This might be my favorite bedding set in the store. For $40, you get a comforter, 2 shams, a throw blanket, and a decorative pillow. That's already a great deal. Next up is the kilt section. I wasn't expecting this one. The blue embroidery is gorgeous. And it feels far more substantial than most kilts I come across. And then I saw this. A 7-piece set for $40. I can't remember the last time I saw a deal like this at Ross. Moving on, I spotted these woven organizers. I'm always drawn to pieces like this. I always like sheer curtains like this. They brighten up a room, and the gold stitching is such a pretty touch. This tabletop mirror is only $9, and if you never used it, it would still look beautiful as decor. And right next to it is this little jewelry box. The embroidery is really nice. It's a bit small for me, but I can see why some people would love it. I wasn't expecting to find a bathroom set here. The design is understated, but that's exactly what I like about it. It would blend into almost any space. I don't usually spend much time in this section, but not this time. I ended up finding quite a few things I liked. Here's another mirror. This one is larger and more practical than the last one. I could definitely see this on a vanity. This is basically a mini jewelry armoire. There are so many drawers and compartments. It's a great way to keep everything in one place. There are some interesting finds in the picture frame section too. This leopard frame is hard to miss, but the frame behind it might be even more interesting. I've never seen one quite like this before. Now, this is something I've been looking for. It's a photo frame and a mirror all in one. And for $10, it's hard to argue with that. This frame is actually my style, but I already have a few similar ones at home. And at $5, it's a good deal. This one reminded me so much of Zara Home. Not bad for $7. I was really impressed by these baskets. They are nice and sturdy, and the largest one is only $13. Next up is the Decor section. And here's my first find. I'm not sure if it's marble or just made to look like marble, but it's incredibly heavy. The milky white color is gorgeous. And for $16, it's a beautiful piece. This piece had me a little confused. I'm not even sure it's a vase. It's surprisingly lightweight, but I love the dried flowers pressed into the glass. This one caught my eye because it looks almost vintage. Maybe it's the color palette, or maybe it's the flowers. I'm not really sure. This picture-shaped vase is absolutely massive. And it's heavy too. You really can't go wrong with the classic blue and white pattern. And down below there was a whole family of vases in similar style. But this one stood out to me the most. I love the little cutout details around the top. These candle holders are beautiful. They are simple, elegant, and timeless. I spent way too long looking at this vase. There's just something about it. It almost feels like an antique. This vase is impossible to miss. I love the bottle-inspired shape. And for something this large, the price is surprisingly reasonable. And hiding right below that vase was this marble serving board. Those handles are absolutely gorgeous. The whole piece looks far more expensive than $16. The handles are the first thing I notice about this vase. They remind me of something ancient. The shape is like an old amphora. A decorative globe wasn't on my bingo card today. It's an interesting piece, just not really my style. And this is my favorite vase of the day. I've never come across anything like this at Ross. The more I look at it, the more details I notice. I have so many questions about these. They are unusual, a little dramatic, and definitely memorable. These are trying very hard to look expensive. The question is, do they succeed? I'm curious what you think. These little shelves are adorable. I don't think they'd hold much, but they'd be cute for displaying a few favorite pieces. I don't think this jewelry holder belongs here. It's a lovely piece, but I usually keep my jewelry in closed boxes. I want to show you a couple of faux floral arrangements that stood out to me today. The wooden base really completes the look, and the bouquet is absolutely gorgeous. And here's the second one. The white ceramic vase is a perfect match for this arrangement. The mix of yellow, white, and soft blue works so well together. This made me laugh. At first, I thought they were just decorations, but the stacked fruit is actually a vase. And this giant cheeseburger? It's a cookie jar. I definitely wasn't expecting to find that at Ross. And the hot dog is a cookie jar too. Something tells me this would be a huge hit with kids. Back to business. My hand always reaches for cutting boards like this. I never end up buying them because they are usually so heavy. I prefer something a little thinner and lighter. But this one is hard to stop looking at. What do you think these are for? My guess is they're meant for serving. Maybe cheese? Maybe appetizers? And then I spotted these glasses. The little tomato details made me smile. Right next to the dishes was this guest lunch bag. I didn't even know guests made lunch bags. It's really cute. I kind of wish I had a reason to use one. For some reason, these little honey pots stood out to me. There's something charming about them. What surprises me most is the price. $7.50 feels incredibly low for something like this. The mosaic pattern is beautiful. I'm guessing this is meant for displaying decor, but I can think of quite a few ways to use it. I can picture exactly where I would hang this. That's usually a good sign. This piece relies almost entirely on texture, and at $28 it's a substantial size. The closer I look, the more details I find. The flower centers are covered in tiny gold stones. This one feels a little whimsical. The tree is covered in stones that catch the light. It almost looks frosted. I'm not quite sure why these rugs are hanging with the wall art, but this set of 3 is lovely. We finally reached the garden section. I have a soft spot for little planters like this. They seem made for succulents. Unfortunately, this planter has a small chip near the frog, but I still wanted to show it to you. It was too charming to pass by. Well, these are certainly a choice. I don't think they are for me, but I have a feeling someone absolutely loves them. I've been seeing these everywhere lately. This might be my favorite find in Ross today. The mosaic texture is what makes this piece special. I can already imagine it in a cozy reading corner at home. Thanks for browsing with me today. See you in the next little escape. Take care. Bye.